Thanks for coming to celebrate our 20th anniversary at IG. We're so excited to be celebrating with you.
Absolutely. I've always appreciated Improve Group and I'm happy to celebrate with you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Karen DeYoung and my firm is DeYoung Consulting Services, and we're an organizational development and talent management firm that helps organizations achieve their mission through programs and processes and enhancing their culture. You and Improve Group, we've been partnering for many, many years, in large part because we work in the same way. Integrity, all those different things that are really important to me, I know are important to you as well. So I appreciated you over the years.
Oh, thank you. I see one of the benefits of partnering is the opportunity to tap into diverse skill sets, excuse me, and really draw on each other's expertise. But sometimes it's just allowed us to tackle some bigger and more challenging projects because we were able to bring both of our teams to that project. Um, it makes me think about the time when we were asked to evaluate MNsure after it had just been in place for maybe a year at the time. It was really, really brand new and it was a large project. What are some things you remember about that project?
It was large and complex, a lot of different moving pieces, and I was brought in to do quite a few interviews and then to work with Improve Group to kind of suss out what are we hearing and what are some of the themes and what do we want to reflect back to the client. So I know that the idea of immigrant communities really wanting to be able to access services in their communities from people they trust and know, many of the same desires that we still see and many of the organizations still struggle with. How do we both work with organizations to help them to better um, connect with their communities and offer services. So it was really helpful, I think, to and enlightening, I guess, to see that whole healthcare MNsure thing evolve and to be able to be a part of that, rolling that out. We're doing a large work with a large nonprofit now that is, post George Floyd's murder. A lot of organizations are um, assessing their diversity, equity, inclusion efforts. And this one in particular, employees are going to leadership and saying, you need to be doing better at this. And so we're doing an assessment, a DEI assessment, and we brought you guys in to help with it. So what are your thoughts? And this is still fresh and new. What are your thoughts about that project?
One of the things that I really loved about that project is it gave us a chance to dig into an issue that our staff are really passionate about with an organization that is really important in our region. So we really want to see it succeed in doing good work in a way that is equitable and inclusive. And one of the things you mentioned really early is that having other organizations that you know are aligned with your values and work style really played out in this project where we had these few steps that took place over just a 2 week period of time where we got onboarded onto the project. We used tools that analysis software that we both use in our practices to support the work, and then had a debrief conversation just a week and a half later. And I loved that we were able to really show how aligned we were with the work in a project that you were leading, but really spoke to the passions of our team.
And I know because you and I have talked, in the interim, during the pandemic and the civil unrest, that it's been important to your staff to want to do something. So what do we do, given these circumstances? So being able to work together on something that addressed that was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's some exciting and important things on the horizon. I think this call for our organizations that are serving our communities to really center equity more is one of them. But I'm curious what is emerging in your practice or in the field of organizational development that has you excited about what you'll be doing in the future.
Yeah, I actually that equity piece is not unprecedented for us. So we talked about this before, that equity has always been a part of our work, but we're getting calls from around the country, literally. So the idea of really helping organizations to create systems and processes, and enhancing their culture, we're excited about the opportunities that are awaiting us in that regard.
I think for us, we likewise are really excited about the calls for equity and how evaluation supports that, and are learning some really important things about how to center the voices of community members as people are evaluating their services and programs and making changes to them. One of the things that we're seeing is that people want to balance hearing from people and recognizing that there's a lot of burden in communities of continuing to have it to tell their story and their experiences and their perspectives. And so we've had some opportunities to get really creative with some things like really brief interviews, text message feedback. And I was really excited about the process that you're using around voice notes and voice messages as a way of collecting data too, just to make things easy for people to engage.
And I would say also, in addition to centering the voices of community, that I think there's even a movement toward having communities lead it, and allyship, and really taking a back seat and having the people who are most effective be the ones who are leading the efforts. So there's more of a call for that as well.
Absolutely. Well, as we wrap up, I just want to thank you for joining us on this journey as we are celebrating our 20th anniversary. And thank you for your partnership over the years. I'm looking forward to many years to come.
Happy 20th anniversary, Improve Group. I look forward to many more years of partnership.